We're sitting now with Miss Joe Taylor, and Joe, tell me some more about what's coming up at Octoberfest.
Well, Oktoberfest is a festival to just celebrate the fall,
Yeah,
and it brainchild of us at Create Space here.
yeah.
And so it's October the 5th, 9 until 3. We're going to have music. The Black Belt Benefit Group is coming with Philip Morgan,
Oh,
and they'll be
I
selling,
love Philip.
yeah,
He's awesome.
he is. And they're going to be selling craft beer.
I love
Yeah,
craft beer. It's
yeah.
awesome.
Ice cold,
Yeah.
ice cold. So far, we've got 18 artisans who will be showing their work.
Wow.
Yeah, we got painters and potters and a basket maker and a gentleman, Lamar Wilson, who makes handmade fishing lures, and Mike Lenore from Chilton County, who makes handmade turkey calls, and they're beautiful.
That is going to be so cool.
It's going to be really cool. And
yeah.
Jackie Smith will be here with coffee, and we'll have a food truck.
Awesome. And now, what did you say? It was October 5th, 9 to 3?
9 to 3.
And it's going to be right here in
Right.
this space right next to the Gallery 905
Right.
Create Space.
In the Pocket Park and in
Pocket Park, yeah. That's
and in Create Space, and the gallery will be open too. So y'all come. We're gonna have a good time, and if you're looking for something unusual for a Christmas present,
good idea.
You can start
Art is always a good present.
Yeah, especially if you got a hunter.
Yeah, with the turkey calls, the fishing lures, and you can have a lot of cool stuff. And I like the ceramics too, to be honest with you. I love the ceramics.
We've got lots of potters that are going to be here. And we've got Tammy Trohall is coming, and she paints wildlife.
Tammy paints wildlife? I did not know that.
And she's quite good.
She's an awesome person. I did not realize that she was an artist also.
And Jennifer Levins will be here, and Laura McDowell and Felicia Young, and I think you're going to interview her in a minute.
Yeah.
With some of her work. So we've got quite a diverse crowd of people coming.
That sounds so cool. I can't wait.
October
5th. October 5th. Right here in the Pocket Park.
Yes,
in
sir.
Create Space, 9 to 3. Let's talk to some of the artists.
Be there, be square.
That's beautiful. I'm now sitting with Miss Felicia Young, and I know I recognize you, but you used to work with Juria. You still work with her any at all?
No, I didn't. I don't now.
Yeah. Everybody knows Juria Martin with the against drug.
Drug-free community. That was a great experience. And
she's an awesome.
Yeah, she is. She does so much within the community, and that was one of the reasons why I was so excited to work with her. And ended up actually doing murals in like 3 or 4 of the schools here.
Oh yeah, remember the mural thing? Yeah, yes, we did a story on that. That's great. Well, now tell us about the work you're doing. These paintings are absolutely stunning. I'd love for you to tell everybody the story about this one. I was looking at it and I went, God, it looks just like a little town in Italy that my parents have some artwork that looks similar to that. That was Italy. Now, tell them what it is.
Yes, well, I was in the Navy. I was in the military for 10 years.
Thank you for your service.
I loved it. It was a great experience. And we were actually in Italy, and we left the ship with a group. And me and my fiance at the time, we had the tendency to just wander off because we wanted to actually experience culture instead of just, what the tourists. So we actually found this villa, and we were walking, and there were families there, and it was a family that actually invited us into their home, and they gave us some amazing food. It was so good, and they told us about how it was to live in Italy and how long they'd been there, and the experience was just so amazing that I just wanted to capture that memory.
That is absolutely beautiful. You did a really good job of it. Because when you started saying it was about Italy, that's exactly what I saw, I mean, that's amazing. And tell us about the other work that you've got.
Well, I mean, I love, I've been painting for over 20 years.
Wow.
I wasn't born here in Selma. I was born in Michigan. But I went to school here, and I had, in 6th grade, my art teacher actually introduced me to my love of art. I started drawing, and I haven't stopped since. And it was more of a hobby until like about 4 years ago, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna start doing this full time.
Good for you.
And so I just decided to step out on my own, and I wanted to see, because there's so much beauty in the world, and I love bright colors. So I try to.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, and I try to incorporate that in my artwork. I love, it's like if I use darker colors, I'm like, okay, I didn't want to do this, and it'll take me a long time. But I love bright colors because, I mean, when you see the world, there's so much color, and I try to make sure, and so much beauty, and there's just so much, I try to make sure that I try to capture that on canvas whenever I can, so.
That's, well, just like I said earlier, when somebody asked me what colors do you like, I said all of them. You know?
I'm like that too.
Yeah, exactly, because that, and like you said, when you look at this, you can't help but feel happy. It's bright, it's a beautiful scene, and the colors that you choose are fantastic. So, how do you get your inspiration? What makes you decide to paint this or that?
Well, a lot of times it'll be something that I see, or art is therapy for me. I'm actually getting my certification as an art therapist.
Wow, that's cool.
And because I have worked with kids through the years, and I know a lot of times they're going through a lot, and they might not be able to verbally express it, but you know, if they've got a pencil and paper or, you know, paint, they can express it there.
Right.
And that's what art is for me, because a lot of times if I'm frustrated or something, I can just turn on some music and I can paint. And I'll just start with a background color, because I have a color in mind. Like, I'll get some paint, oh, I like this color, so I'm gonna try this out. And I'll just start with the background, and then I'll let that sit for a day, and then I can look at it and it'll be like, okay, well, this is what I wanna paint.
Cool.
You know,
Yeah.
and I'll just start with the background that's really pretty. And sometimes the background is so pretty, I'm like, well, maybe that should just be the painting. Because, yeah, and then but then I'll decide, because sometimes a lot of artists have told me that, but like the canvas will tell you like what's supposed to be there. And when I paint the background, I can see stuff like little lines in there, and I'm like, okay, well, this is what I need to paint.
That is so neat. I love that. That's fascinating. Well, you sell your work, obviously.
Yes, yes.
How are you selling it? Do you have a website? Do you get phone calls? What?
Well, actually, I have some artwork here in Gallery 905, and then the Black Belt Cultural Center in Camden, Alabama. And then there's a Pike Roads Gallery in
Black Belt
Montgomery.
Treasures.
Yes, that one. And then there's a Pike Roads Gallery in Camden as well. But
Yeah.
I'm on. I have most of my artwork on Instagram. It's LTG Artwork.
LTG Artwork. And people can order from there?
Yes, and then it's Sachi Art. It's SATCHI Art. That's my actual storefront.
Okay.
And just my name, Felicia Young. So I have.
And the statue art, does that take you to a website, a Facebook?
Yes,
Okay,
it's a website.
Great.
Yes.
Is that .com, statueart.com? Okay.
Yes.
Spell that one more time for me.
SATCHI, Sachi Art.
SATCHI. Art.com.
Yes.
I'm gonna put that up so everybody can see your work and maybe give you a call.
Thank you.
Now you're gonna be here on October 5th for the Octoberfest, correct?
Yes, this is my second year actually, and I'm so excited because last year it was so much fun. It was the music, and then the people. It was people of all ages that came, and it was a really great experience.
That'll
It
be
was.
fun. Great. Well, so would you? I guess you would then recommend everybody come to Octoberfest.
Yes, definitely. It's gonna be so much fun. I know it is.
Yeah, October 5th, 9 to 3, right here in the Pocket Park and in the Create Space.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much for talking to me, Felicia. It's good to see you again, and your art is absolutely beautiful.
So thank you. Thank you.
Sitting with Mr. Lamar Wilson. Mr. Wilson, thank you so much for talking to me. Where are you originally from?
From Selma.
And you make these beautiful lures, handmade.
They are.
What got you started in doing that?
I just enjoy the woodwork and just something to do, something.
Are you a fisherman at all?
Not a whole lot. I'm more into the woodwork and the making of the lures than I am the fishing.
Isn't that amazing? So why fishing lures as opposed to some other type of woodwork?
Well, I do other stuff like the turkey heads.
Oh God, yeah, look at that.
And I've got other carvings,
Beautiful.
wildlife carvings and
Really?
stuff like that.
That's amazing. So what other carvings, like other wildlife animals and?
Like some woodpeckers, and then I do some biblical carvings.
Wow. How long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been in woodworking, what, 40 years?
Really?
I kind of started restoring antiques and learning how to carve and all like that, doing the antiques. So
And that led to the, do you sell them?
I do.
You do sell. How do you do that? What do you do?
Festivals.
Oh, yeah, like
That's about it.
yeah. Do you take phone calls for people to
I
buy
do.
them from you?
I do.
What's that phone number? I'd love to put that up if you don't mind and let people know about you.
334-872-7393.
334-872-7393. These are absolutely beautiful. Where do you get your inspiration for the different designs?
Some are designed from old ones
Mm-hmm.
and books,
Cool.
you know. So that's about it.
That is amazing.
And then like the one up right there on your left at the bottom there, that's kind of my own thing.
This right here? Those are cool.
Just an idea I came up with. It pops. The top part moves back and all.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I see what you're talking about. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Wow. These are amazing. These are absolutely beautiful. And the turkey heads are beautiful too. I would love to see some of your other work sometime. Maybe we can get together on that. Show everybody. Yeah, that'd be great. So one more time, give me your phone number one more time.
It's 334-872-7393.
And people can call that number and get some of these lures if they want to add them to their collection.
They can.
Thank you again so much. It's a pleasure meeting you too.
Appreciate
And I hope to see you again soon. I'll probably see you on Octoberfest.
I think so.
I'm with Francesca Emerson now, and she is a ceramic artist and also an author.
An author, yes.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about your books, if you will, first of all.
Well, it's only one book. It's called The Chocolate Bunny. And I decided to write a book so I could leave a legacy for my children because I couldn't find any information on my ancestors and where I came from. And so this is a book about the first half of my life. I was born in Harlem, mother of three children, and I had a lot of firsts in my life. I was one of the first black bunnies, chocolate bunnies, at the New York Playboy Club.
How we doing?
And I also made history in California. I was the first black woman to be initiated into the Film Editors Guild, the 776.
Wow.
Yeah, and when I came to Selma, Alabama, I also made history because I was the first black real estate broker to open up an office in Selma, Alabama.
What brought you to Selma?
My dad was married to a woman who was born and raised here.
Oh, okay.
And when she died, he decided that he wanted to come and visit. So for Father's Day, we came to visit some of his and her friends. And because I was a real estate broker in California, I drove down Maybury Street and I saw a house for sale. And I thought, oh, I wonder what these houses cost. So while I'm waiting for the broker to show up, my dad sits in the rocking chair on the front porch, which is still there. And he said to me, this is it. And I said, Dad, we are not buying a house.
Dad said, oh, yes, we are.
Yeah, and so every day I looked at houses, and finally he really got peeved with me. He said, didn't I tell you the first one was it? So anyway, when we were ready to leave back to Los Angeles, I put a very low bid on the house. We got back 2 days later, and they said, your offer has been accepted.
Wow.
So that's how I got to
That's neat.
Selma, Alabama.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your artwork. You've got some beautiful stuff here, some beautiful ceramics. Tell us about it and your inspiration and what you're doing.
Well, I tell you, I just fell into it like a duck to water. Because I've only been doing it for about a year and a half. And
You've only been doing this for a year?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so when I started classes, I took private lessons from Joe. Because I said to her, I want to make some plates for my house, some dishes. And so I made black plates, but they were square, and I had my initials put in the center.
Neat.
So I made a set of 12 plates, which are absolutely stunning. They're beautiful.
I bet they are.
And I love it because when people come to my house for dinner, they say they've never eaten on homemade plates before.
That's pretty funny.
So I have plates. I made a bowl, and then I've been commissioned. So I've done 4 commission pieces.
Really?
And this is one of them. So she hasn't
That's
even seen it
beautiful.
yet. So these, I'm just hopefully will go for Octoberfest.
Yeah.
And I've been making little small things that I think people would like to buy. And I'm trying right now to make some jewelry.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
I'm making little hearts that will go around your neck
Yeah.
with ribbons. So we'll see how that's going to come out. But I'm just loving it. I love the feel of the clay.
Mm-hmm.
I love rolling it out. I mean, I'm in a state of meditation when I'm here. It's so peaceful.
So far, everyone we've talked to, and this has been even in the past, before today, has said that, I guess that's part of being an artist, that the art itself is therapy.
Right.
And it's a state of meditation, relaxation. It just kind of helps you get back into yourself and put out all the negative.
Oh, absolutely. Well, also, I actually, that Charlie Lucas, Charlie
Oh,
Lucas?
I love Charlie Lucas, yes.
Well, I made my first, because I took up welding also.
Really? Well, I've got an old Ford Falcon. I could use some body work. You want to come over?
Oh, no, not that kind of welding.
Okay.
But Charlie said, I can teach you how to weld. So
That's
I have
cool.
2 beautiful pieces in my house now.
That is so neat.
That Charlie, I went to the studio when he was,
That's something I've always wanted to do.
what, welding?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. We've got a bunch of old parts, literally, that cannot be used on a car anymore.
Right.
But they'd make beautiful yard art.
Well, I was going to tell you that one piece I have is from the grill of an old automobile. So I have it.
I'm
So
in
it's
love
quite,
already.
and then what I did was I made a shadow box for it.
Oh, neat.
So it's right now hanging on my wall in my dining room.
That is so awesome.
But I live in Sydney, so I'm back and forth between Sydney and Australia, Australia and Selma.
Right.
And so I made my first welding piece there 'cause I took classes. And so when I was the only woman in the class, and I was the only grandmother.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And so that was fun. So
Yeah.
so I made a piece for what they call the Blake Prize,
Mm-hmm.
which is a prize for religious objects.
Oh, wow, okay.
And so I made a piece out of steel, 18 gauge steel, which is about 6 feet tall,
Wow.
and it's called the Black Madonna.
Oh, awesome, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So and I like to paint a little bit.
Well, now tell us, you're going to be selling your wares
Yes.
at Octoberfest. Do you have a way to sell them other than just Octoberfest? Can people call you, or is there a website or anything?
No, well, I have an Instagram site called the Chocolate Bunny Book.
Okay.
And so no, I haven't really thought about. I don't want to make this a job.
I see. Okay,
know.
well, that's cool.
But I have, as I said, but people have come to my house, have seen my work, and they ask me. As a matter of fact, my neighbors down the street from me said to me, he said, I want to commission you for a piece, and you name your price. I thought, ooh, okay.
Yeah, really.
I said, all right. But anyway, I made him a piece, and they love it. So my stuff is usually very functional, useful, because these things you can put fruit in, apples, lemons. So I like to make pieces that people can just
Yeah, I
can
can see
also
that as a very
use.
decorative fruit bowl on the table, something like that.
And not just a piece that's just sitting there, although that's okay
Right.
too.
Yeah, that's okay too, but something that's functional is just that much better.
Exactly, 100%. Right.
Yeah. So you will be in Octoberfest, though.
I will definitely be there.
Good deal.
Yeah.
And you'll be selling some of this beautiful.
I will be selling some stuff, and also I'll be book signing, so people can
Excellent.
come and buy my book if they like to know a little more about me. I would love that.
That'll be great. I appreciate you spending time with me. It's good to see you again.
Oh, thank you. It's
We'll
good
hope
to
to see you. I'll definitely see you Octoberfest.
Okay, fabulous.
Thanks.
Yeah, bye.
I'm now with Ms. Lisa Wilson. She is one of the local artists and does ceramics. I love this. I love that.
Yeah,
And first of all, you're local.
I am local. I am.
you're from Selma, born and raised?
I was born and raised in Selma. Well, born in Selma. I was raised in Plantersville, and I'm living in Plantersville now.
Oh, okay, but you're from here.
I'm from here.
And
Yep.
you come down to Gallery 905 and do some work, obviously. Look at this
Yeah.
beautiful plate. Tell us a little bit about your work.
Okay. I used to, when I was in high school, I had this hippie thing or whatever. All right. So I would embroider love and flowers and stuff like that on my
Right.
jeans. And, you know, as you get older, you quit doing that. But I went to Pensacola Beach and saw a Volkswagen bus painted with love. So
I've never seen one of those.
Oh, I have. But and so that gave me the idea to go ahead and just kind of resurrect something I used to do as a teenager.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I
That's
thought,
awesome.
yeah, why not?
No,
And I
fun.
like a ride of color.
I
So,
do too.
you
I
know,
love. Somebody said, well, "What color you want it?" All of them.
all of them. Yeah, that's the way I am. I want
Yeah.
to riot, you know. So,
Yeah, I love that.
but anyway, this is one of the latest ones I pulled out of the kiln this morning.
That is beautiful.
As well as all of this other.
Yeah, I look, even the small one.
Yeah, a little
That's neat.
small one.
That is cute. I love that.
We have Octoberfest coming up.
Right.
So all of the artists that are renters here, and you know, they're all different artists, from
Right.
local artists. They're all coming in, and they're gonna show their wear, you know, their work, and hopefully we'll have a very nice day. I'm hoping. I would like to see this grow and become like a whole block wide thing.
Right. Yeah,
You
that would be
know,
awesome.
in
wouldn't it?
Selma. You
Yeah.
know, just something to bring the community together, and it's just fun. It's just a lot of fun.
And that's October 5th.
So I think it is October 5th. Yes,
And it's going to be right over here
Right.
next to Gallery 905 in the little park.
here in the park, and then we're gonna set up in here in the create space.
Oh,
and do
yeah.
the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Good deal.
Yeah.
And if anybody wanted some of your work other than the festival that's coming up, how could they get some of it?
Okay. I have my email address is lockengr@gmail.com.
LOCKENGR
At
at
gmail.com.
gmail.com. Okay.
And my phone number is 334
Mhm.
412 4343.
Right.
I'm also showing in the gallery
Oh, okay,
here
good.
now. So if they want to come by, and I'm actually the studio manager here.
Oh, okay.
So if they want to come by, you know, and I'm
Yeah.
here, you know, we can help them. And if they want to come by when the gallery's open, they can find, you know, my work as well as several other
Yeah.
artists. Yeah.
Good deal. Those are some really cool people. I really enjoy talking to them. I wish I could talk to everybody, but you can talk to everybody October
the
5th.
5th. And come.
Yeah, 9 to 3.
There's some cool people that are going to be here.
You and I'll be here.
That's right. We're the
Can't be
cool-
much cooler.
That's right.
See you October 5th.